world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform, it's just...
DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. For a trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58, we are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Play action. Now Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
He was looking for Rashad Bateman there.
But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos
at the 33-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams.
Malik Harrison on the tackle.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Here it goes. A loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 30.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948. Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tucker Roll, didn't you?
Yeah,
I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. on 2nd and 13. Wilson. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Odafe Oweh able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, report. You change it.
To throw is Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Taken in at the 11. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A good run there off right tackle. In old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. It's Wilson.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
The offense on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This one complete.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins, 31 yards. And the Ravens strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down, Williams. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a...
He's got a man, complete!
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
68 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost...
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Broncos have taken the lead here in this AFC title game.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He's working off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Jackson. That's complete, right around the 8. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. They start the second half here with Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. There's Wilson to throw. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 34 yards there.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Jackson.
Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw is Wilson.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at the 43. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
They go play action with Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Randy Gregory charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Off the option, here's Williams.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
147 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run it again with Williams. And he stopped immediately there.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
That one good for 13 at a Denver first down. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
11 more on that one and another first down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams,
27 yards.
And the Broncos are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler.
Now it's Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
14,
Again, it's Williams. Room here to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams
Taking it in from the 20.
And the Broncos continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, a run with Breida. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Wilson now off the bootleg.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A run between the tackles with Breida. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game. But to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This AFC title bout has no doubt not gone according to plan, and these fans, they seem stunned as we move towards the final stages of this ball game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson.
Battled by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes a catch.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson.
And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, this game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants him to finish this one out.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling it. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.
Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my balls on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up.